And of course, always have, always will. Love it, I really do. 24 after 10 a.m. New Zealand Standard Time and 24 degrees downtown. Weatherman's saying 25 degrees today. He's also saying cloudy, gloomy, and nicey. Well, believe me, 24 degrees, almost there, but we disagree. We really do. Barbara's saying 28 degrees today. I'm saying 30. It's going to be a blinder. Don't worry about the clouds. It's going to burn off. It really is. Tell you what, we better do this. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today, yes, we've got gas, and I'm excited. I really, really am. It's been a little while now since we've managed to get a gas in, to be very honest with you. Couldn't think of anybody better to kick off a fresh gas than Jola Recchioni. Now, I got to thank Jola because she watches a lot of our Facebook Live. She's been doing some background research, I'm sure of it. So let's kick it off. Here's her substitute right here at Galaxy. So that gives us a moment or two.
Okay.
And
Right, 3 or 4 minutes. Yeah, something.
yeah, about 3 minutes 49 seconds. So yeah, no, we've got a minute or two to get in there. Loving the braid too, by the way.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I kind of adopted it, well, not so long ago, a few months back. I thought, I want a little something,
Fair enough.
that's just going to be mine. I've got a lot of hair, so I've got, just a tiny thing here.
I
Just to be a bit, you know,
believe,
not so well postured all the time.
believe me,
Little
I
rebellious
get
thing,
that.
you
I
know.
fully understand, Joel. I really, really do. I've got a wife that does the same sort of stuff. In fact, she likes to she likes to dye her hair, like fluoro red or something really, really cool like that. She's also my production manager. She talks to me in my headphones, so I do have a voice in my head as well. So if you see
Oh
me
yeah.
making funny
Yeah.
body
It's
gestures
always
this way,
useful. It's always useful to hear voices,
oh yeah, well, you can use them absolutely, of course. But I tell you what, most women love the idea that not only do I have a voice in my head, but she gets paid to do it.
Perfect, perfect, perfect.
And
Mm.
believe me, we have one man or male boss in this building. All the rest are females.
All right.
We've got about five
For
different. Yeah,
you, for
no,
you.
no,
In
I'm.
a way, it's blessing, but also for you.
Look. You see, the thing is, I may own the company, but I don't run the company. Okay, I've got a
Yes.
lot of people in here that do that for me, which frees me up to do other things, much like this here, if you know what I mean. So,
Yes.
and
Leave the nitty gritty to other people, I
exactly,
used to be an accountant, so,
exactly. Gotta let you know, we're in every English-speaking country in the world, and some that aren't. I don't know how that works, but I'll take it anyway. I really will. But believe me, we'll give you some stats at the end of this. You'll be absolutely amazed how many people are online listening to this interview right now.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Okay,
I
so
will be really.
we'll give you those stats as we go.
Well, it's such an honor for me because, my age being what it is, undisclosed, somewhere in the Middle Ages, I am a starting artist. Really, I only started recording 2 years ago. Singing and recording.
I read this. I did read this. Believe me, I've gone through your bio, sweetie, and I'm fascinated. And I'll tell you why I'm fascinated. I've been an engineer now for about 47 years, giving away a year or two, few moons. Worked with some of the best bands in the world, literally. And it's not often that I hear something that just makes me want to know more. You did that.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. I hope my new record coming out this summer will reinforce that feeling in you.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today we're doing gas. Absolutely loving it, I really am, and I'm excited because we've got Jola Recchioni joining us all the way out of London in the UK. Welcome to Galaxy, Jola.
Oh, it's fantastic, to be sort of in my living room and yet in New Zealand as well and talking to you. It's such an honor. Yes, it feels great. Thanks for having me. Thanks for inviting me.
Absolute pleasure. It really is, and it's fascinating how technology can take us not only around the world, but to every country in the world, sometimes every city in the world. And I want to give a big shout out to Stephen Foster as well, who introduced us and is promoting Jola Recchioni. Now, do I have it right? Is it Jola, is it Ola, or is it Jola Recchioni?
It's the fifth one, Yola.
Yola. Okay, I just really wanted to.
I tell you why. It's difficult because my first name it's a short version of Jolanta.
Mm-hmm.
Jolanta. It's Jola, and it's Polish. But my surname Recchioni, that's Italian after my late husband.
Well, that had me confused.
This and that, and honestly, yes, I know. But I don't mind if I'm called Jola Recchioni, that's fine. But it's Jola Recchioni.
Well, Jola, I wanted to get it grammatically correct for you. I don't want to, some people take offence if you mispronounce their name sometimes. So I really wanted to treat you with the right respects there. I've got to be honest. Now, nice to have you joining us coming out of London in the UK. Now, we are talking about UK, not London and Canada. They got a bridge as well, but they don't have a tower. They don't have a tower. Believe me, Yola, I used to live in Piccadilly Circus, so I know London very well, and I miss it. I really do. In fact, I've worked with a number of radio stations over there in the UK as well through the years. So, it's been some very cool times, and worked with some nightclubs as well. Gotta say, we opened up the show with Her Substitute. Now, tell me a little bit about this track. Tell me something about the lyrics. How did you come to this?
It's strange with the lyrics. Sometimes I'm kind of spurned by the music, especially with collaborations. I did a few. That was, I heard the main riff, said, yes, that's it, like the sorceress. That's, yes, I'm there, it's all magic, that's the sorceress. But with this one, I really can't remember. I'll just sit sometimes and I have like two lines and think, I might have seen some film that, a guy falls in love or tells his new girlfriend, I had a bad love experience, but I'm ready, I'm old, and she hopes for the best while he still loves the old partner. And obviously she sussed it out that it's not going away. He's very much still in love with her. So that was the song. I can't remember what came about, but I must have seen somewhere something. And then suddenly my imagination goes into full working mode, and suddenly, as if I create a film in my head, if you like. It's not something that I experienced personally. There is perhaps one song, well, Hazy Blue, where it kind of touches on my personal experience a bit. But other than that, perhaps some lines do. But the song as such, I wasn't in such a situation where I was a substitute to someone, thankfully. But I imagine if I were, that's how it would be. I would tell him, well, you do that, you sit on the phone, you're waiting for a call, honey, go back to her and try again with her. Or I don't want you to be her substitute. I want to be hard. I must be the one you desire and all and think about. Otherwise, we're wasting our time. So it's a bit like that. I kind of imagine that situation, what I would feel like if I were. That's very often how I do it.
I can absolutely relate to that. I really, really can. And thank you for that. I absolutely enjoyed the answer. Now, I'm a little worried though. I've got to be honest with you. In your bio, I really thought right from the start, maybe you don't like yourself because it states, and I quote, Polish singer Jola Recchioni is a difficult pill to swallow. I disagree.
Really? Did I write
Yeah,
it?
it's here. It's right here in black and white. Let me follow on. Even after repeated listenings to adjust to her accent.
And in it, I bet. Because normally, I would have sent in my beer, which would be kind of dry, fat driven, and we talked, and he probably kind of said that. It's true, as I say, as I know, some people are kind of slightly intrigued by my voice, by the way I sing and the songs, how I lay out the songs, and some are said, and some are thinking, oh my God, what the hell is that? But well, that's how it is. I'd rather be controversial than just have a nice voice in the sense there are like thousands of singers with a nice voice. I haven't got a nice voice.
You do. Well, you do. You do. Now, let me explain, please. I've said to you that we're in every English-speaking country in the world, which is pretty much everywhere, and we get requests. That's how we choose our breakfast show every morning, is by the amount of people that ask for per song, per artist, okay? When that happens, literally it goes into the computer muddles it around a little bit and creates a breakfast show. It's a fresh breakfast show every morning. I go and see the boys in production about 1:30 in the morning. We sit there until about 3, making sure that we have got it absolutely right. And Yola, I'm seeing your name in my breakfast show more and more and more and more.
Fantastic.
The fans are loving
it. Thanks very much, both listeners and the people who watch your program. Thanks very much. It means so much for fairly still not that known singer, vocalist, who's I still develop, and I hope I'll never stop till I drop.
I like that attitude. I really, really do. And now the thing that amazes me, and as I say to you, I've been an engineer, not only front of house working with some of the best bands in the world, but also a recording engineer, and I've worked in some of the best recording studios in the world as well. Very proud of this. You've only been doing this for a couple of years. This is astonishing.
Yeah.
This really is astonishing to me.
Yes, I have. I tell you what, after my husband died a few years back, I used to be quite busy. I worked in finance, and then he fell ill. He had cancer, and basically I went into very early retirement because of that. Because there were treatments to go through and things like that. So, but then when he died, I suddenly had all this time, and I said, God, what do I love doing? Said I had early in my life, I used to love to sing. Just I remember Roberta Flack. I was like singing with her all there, and things. And said, I remember. But it was kind of. I even recorded myself once or twice, but just for myself, and perhaps sang once in some group performance somewhere. While at the university. I never sang, but I thought, yes, I love that. I love blues. I love this. I love that. Let me try. So I started just singing covers, basically, and some events, open mics and things like that. And I had a good reception. I would be singing some Etta James bits, Gary Moore. I used to love singing Gary Moore pieces, and many other things. Pesky Brothers. I went into southern rock a bit as well, country rock. So it wasn't just blues. I was kind of feeling my way through a lot of things. And then I thought, well, I'm singing here, singing there, I've got, and my partner, he writes lyrics. He's a lyricist, Mitch Beatty, and he writes for many groups, hard rock, country, and I kind of was flipping through his lyrics, and I said, oh, did you dance with the devil? Yeah, that's nice. And that was a song about Robert Johnson and the famous Crossroads. And I kind of read it, and yes, and I started to have music in my head for that song. And that was the first song I recorded, which is on my first album, Wrong Time, Did You Dance with the Devil? And once this went through, I kind of heard myself say, wow, it's so exciting to be doing that, to prepare for the studio, to give the instructions, kind of sing a cappella to my producer, Oliver McKiernan, who was then for the first time What I See, and even given some guitar is. It's gonna that's the riff and thing. And then go to studio and together work at it. He's a musician and also an engineer. So he would sometimes guide me. No, you need to flick this tune. It would sound better if this were this or that. But I mean, and together we might change tempo of the song. That was the first song. It came with my music. So first I created music myself. And then it's just when my second song, First Time Is Gonna Be the Last Time, I wrote both music and lyrics, and then it just went like a hurricane, honestly. In total 4 songs where I use Mitch Beatty's lyrics.
Now,
But all the rest, the lyrics are all mine. I worked collaborated on music with a few musicians, one from USA, one from UK. So that was I found very productive also, because as soon as I heard the tune, I knew what I wanted to do. I had some lyrics in my head already. So that's how it works with me.
Very cool. Now, Jola, I'm going to have to bust in on you right there because we are being told to move on a little bit.
Yeah.
On the sunny side, now, I absolutely love this track, so I'd be remiss of me, really, if I didn't say, tell me something about this track, because believe me, I'm loving it.
Oh, that was the track, and it was more country rock than blues rock. And the music with a music writer and musician that Mitch, my partner, worked with, Kenny Sawyer from USA, and I kind of, you wrote some music to some of Mitch's lyrics. Have you got anything hanging around here, some music tune? And he said, yeah, but I sent you some. And he sent me this song. And basically what I've made out of it, I literally just changed a bit the groove, but the melody stayed, even the verses and everything. And again, if I hear a tune and have already some lyrics in my head for it, that's the one, I'm going to do it. If I just hear, oh, it's nice, but nothing comes, I'll probably leave it. Doesn't mean the tune is bad, but I just don't get inspired. But with this one, I did. I immediately kind of thought about it as an optimistic song. Whatever happened to you, it's be open to the new and to the new things that can happen in your life.
Fair enough, too. So joining us live today is Jola Recchioni, and On the Sunny Side, right here at Galaxy. Coming up, the one song I've put into my playlist in my car. Tell you more about that right after this. How you feeling? You okay?
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm a bit too talkative, but
No,
that's how I get.
that-
Once I start talking, there's no
That's
stopping.
fine.
But I should give you more time to ask what you want. I'll try to be mindful a bit more.
That's fine. How many countries are tuned in right now?
158.
158 countries tuned in now? That's not bad.
Wow,
That's not bad.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow.
How many
It's such
cities?
an exposure. I'm so grateful. Fantastic. Wow.
I'll go backwards. It's 158 and 92. No, 64.
694.
6.
Okay, not bad. 6,904 cities around the world are
Yeah.
tuned in. So that's not bad.
No, and there's only
94.
64 countries.
Oh, okay.
Because there's only 72. And we got most of them.
You got that backwards right.
Yeah, I
Okay.
got everything backwards. Come on.
Gosh, read your monitor, sweets. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. This is fun. It really is. It's good to be back. And you know something? Very, very shortly, we will be back doing Facebook Lives again. But if you want to be able to catch up with this, we will be putting it up on YouTube very, very shortly. Of course, Barbara's going to be making a movie out of this for Jola. And a little keepsake for her. She'll be able to show it to her friends, family, and everything like that. I usually say, and this is true, Jola, when you get your movie, your friends and family are automatically going to love it because it's you. But I usually say, show it to somebody you don't like.
Yes.
It's a good boast.
There'll be a few. Yes, possibly. No, I will put it on my channel as well. Yes,
Fair enough.
definitely.
Fair enough.
So I've got a few subscribers, few thousand
Now,
at the moment. So I'm not talking a lot, but actually I'm not sure. Maybe it is more than 20,000 at the moment. So
okay, well,
hopefully.
Jola,
It's growing. It seems to kind of, yeah.
I want to talk to you after.
Which I'm happy about.
I want to talk to you after we do this interview about promoting you a little bit more than what we can here. We'd like to put you into a magazine that we're associated with as well, if that's okay with you. And so
yes.
keep that in mind for when we finish this up, and we'll have a chat about that.
That's great.
Believe me, it's a fantastic mago too. You guys were a bit slow this time. Never mind. Of course, today I've got to welcome everybody on board. It is an absolute pleasure to have you here at Galaxy, and we're talking to Jola Recchioni, coming out of London in the UK, not London in Canada, even though they're starting to thaw out a little bit, much like they are in London, UK right now. Weather must be starting to pick up a little bit for you, so just wondering, have you got anything on, any festivals booked in for the summer festivals and summer period?
No, I tell you what, no. My live performances somewhat during this winter died out. And frankly, at the very moment, I haven't got anyone to play with. So the person, the guitarist, normally I record with, well, he's busy. He's busy on other projects, and no, I haven't got a band at the moment. So unless I gathered a few eager people, then I definitely would. Hi there. guitarists and drummers, if you feel like doing a few things together, that would be fantastic. But this is it. I kind of concentrated quite a lot on recording this past year, and I did a few live performances, but they usually would be blues jams, and I plan to do a few more. But they're blues jams, so they're quite accidental people gathered, as you know. But yes, I'd love to take part in a few festivals, maybe even in New Zealand. If there are a few guitarists who would kind of play my stuff with me, and are eager to do it, please contact DJ Grant, contact me. I'm on Facebook, and yeah, we'll arrange something. That would be a blast. Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic, and let me tell you, I'd love to have you on a stage here live in New Zealand. I really, really would. Maybe, just maybe, I've got a better idea though, and I'll talk to you about that after we do the interview. And yes, it is connected to the magazine as well. Believe me, there is more fingers in the pies than you realise right now, and quite frankly, you never know where this may transpire. Really, you may never know where this goes.
I'm very, very open, and I'd love to with either one guitarist or a little group that we could try impromptu or whatever, go through my songs, and doesn't have to be exactly the same way. I'd be eager to explore singing in a different way. Definitely, you know, I'd love such a project.
Absolutely brilliant. I would have recommended a bass player for you that I am very, very friendly with. He comes out of Leicestershire in the UK, of course. But unfortunately right now, and I'm really, really worried about him, I've got to be honest with you, he's in hospital due for open heart surgery. So, you know, all of our thoughts go with you, brother man. They really, really will. Get better soon. Pippa misses you. She's, of course, his puppy, his dog. So, you know, come on, get out of that situation, get it over and done with, get back on the road to recovery, put a bass in your hands, and let's get you back on the music circuit. Believe me, it's not going to be too long before you're back up and running again. Now, having said that, I did mention that I have added a song to my playlist in my car. Now, let me tell you, Recchioni, that I don't often change the music in my car. It really, really is a rare event if I go, I'm taking a song out to put a new one in, okay? So I'm very selective.
What have you done?
I'm very selective with what I listen to in my own car, and, well, It Ain't a Place for You seems to have worked its way into my stereo. How did this happen? Why do I like It Ain't a Place for You more than anything?
I'll tell you how you like it, because it's kind of, it's a musically perhaps, it's a simple song in a way, simple but jolly, and the words, you know, there's this honky tonk, the place where I definitely wanted to hit on that honky tonk name with my love of Stones, the Rolling Stones, that yeah, I'm gonna have my little honky tonk here. But so it's the rhythm, it's a kind of hypnotic a bit, and I like to experiment with such a hypnotic rhythm. It's not a huge one, but it goes very smoothly. And then again, lyrics. I just had in my head, baby blue, standing in the door. What you gonna do? I said, oh, okay. Why would she be standing in the door? And which door? What of what? And then again, my imagination ran, and here we go. It's just, I get things just suddenly. And I really, really regret that I didn't come up with that idea earlier in my life. And, you know, but that's life. It asks you often to do other things. There are duties and responsibilities and that we do. But then, if you have a real passion, when you have a moment, kind of, yes, it's now or never kind of thing. And now when it bursts, I'm writing songs. I wrote 29 songs that have been recorded, and actually more, because there are 3 or 4 recorded ones for my new album, which I haven't presented yet anywhere. So they're kind of surprise. I've got like 10, including one today called Femme Fatale. Where I come with those titles, I don't know. I don't know. It's just I get this picture like a little film. That's how I create for me. It's a little film. Now it's a matter what kind of music it requires, who would say what, and how it will go. So yeah, I've got about 10 lyrics that I wrote for 10 more songs. So, I need probably 3 to finish off my 3rd album, which I hope will be out in summer, because I'll record these songs definitely early April, beginning of April. And then, I've got songs for my 4th album, going on. So at the moment, I'm happy. It doesn't seem to stop. They're like a hugely dry period, or not being able to come with an idea. Maybe it will come one day. I don't know. I hope not.
I tell you what, I'm absolutely loving this. You're right here, Galaxy. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Oh, please excuse me. I'm an asthmatic, so every now and again I get a little bit of a breathlessness. Gosh,
It's a good song.
Here. It's a great song.
Yeah,
I like this song. I'm happy you like this song. So for me, it's a kind of a bit punchy, as I say, an older or more experienced woman seeing this young girl crying her eyes out. And, this old girl, you so haven't seen anything in life yet.
Well, I kind of liken it to music you can drive fast to. It's something you tap your fingers on the steering wheel as you go home. You know what I mean? And
yes.
I hear bands and music every day, and I hear a lot. I really do. I've put almost 50 years into radio, into music, and traveling around the world with some of the biggest bands in the world. So believe me, I do hear a lot of music every day. And Barbara, she gets about 200 submissions a day.
What I can imagine, yes.
We only choose the best, and we only play the best. Okay, so you've ticked all of the boxes, all the way through.
Really, such an honor.
And let me just add one more thing there. We only pass on to the magazine the best of the best. Okay.
Oh, thank you very much.
So we think, and we're fascinated, it's only taken you a couple of years to be doing this, we think you're close to the precipice of actually making it in the big markets. So you never know what the future may hold.
Oh, well, I'm open. I'm out there.
Just don't write a song about me, okay?
Now that you say...
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today we're talking to Jola Recchioni, coming out of UK, out of London in the UK, and absolutely loving this. I really, really am. Now, Jola, I've got a young lady coming out of Nebraska. Her name is Shona. She's asking, as a fan, how do we get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on X? Are you a talker?
Yes.
But more importantly...
Look for Jola Recchioni on Facebook. I've got a channel on YouTube where all the, basically, even for this one, it ain't the place for you. I usually do a video for a song as well, some kind of theme video to go with the song. And I've got my own website on Bandcamp, my own place, which is again it's Jola Recchioni written as one word .bandcamp.com. So if you just Google Bandcamp and look for Jola Recchioni there, you'll find me there. But other than that, yes, obviously I'm on Spotify, on Apple Music, on Deezer, on all streaming platforms that there are. So obviously my music is there as well. My videos, though not all of them, are on Vivo. But other than that, on YouTube, yes, you can. And as I say, on Bandcamp, there is my email address as well. Anyone can write to me and I'll reply. Because and it'll be a great pleasure to share some thoughts with any fans of mine. So yes, just normal, just go for and look for Jola Recchioni on Facebook. That's probably most of things, and YouTube, and on the Bandcamp. There's this website called the Bandcamp. I'm on SoundCloud as well, and some kind of on all of this kind of media.
Fair enough. Now, I got a young man coming out of Boston. His name is August. He's wondering, do you have a merch store? Can he buy caps, T-shirts, and koozies?
No. It will be on the Bandcamp. At the moment, the only merch are actually physical CDs that I have as well. So that's the only merch. But I am thinking, and we are talking a bit later on this year, there'll be something. There'll be some T-shirts or caps, or whatever, which I hope will be interesting.
Well, I tell you what, Jola, when you do get a T-shirt or a cap or something like that with your brand on it, how would you like to send me a copy so that I can, promote you while I'm doing these interviews? Believe me, I'd be very, very interested in.
Still get it, yes.
Today I'm doing Vox, and I really don't know how this works, where people decide that while they're watching the interviews, they go on the interwebby thing, they go and buy themselves a cap, they get themselves a Vox T-shirt, maybe even a koozie.
Alas, I haven't got it yet. As I say, I kind of exploded on this scene. I'm recording just over a year. I had my first album last year, the first one in April, and the second one in December. Now I'm on to the third one, but it's kind of very, very rapid for me. So it's just not, I haven't got any company behind me that would take care of it. So basically, I had to take care of everything, of recording, singing, writing songs. It is a bit, perhaps, I do have help from promoters like Stephen Foster, and so definitely that is a help. But on the merch side, I'm thinking, I'll just have to find time. But I think because I was thinking about it already for some time, a bit later this year, you should find something on Bandcamp. That's where my merch will be. Yes.
By the way, I got to congratulate Stephen Foster too. Apparently, he's moving out of suburbia into his own 10 acres of farmland. So kind of envious, to be very honest with you. I really, really am. Well done, Steve.
He's a great promoter, and anyone there who needs promoting, I would basically you for him. Yeah.
He's going to be asking me, how did you know this? How did you know this? Well, little birdies do talk. Doesn't matter where in the world they are.
Social media these days.
Exactly. Welcome to the Mundane. Tell me about this track.
That's one thing. Because I did a few songs and that kind of middle tempo thing. And no, I want to do like a blues kind of dark, a bit. I obviously it ended up a bit dramatic because I do like a bit of drama. And this welcome to the mundane. It's so horrible, but kind of you can think about it in that way. So that's how I wrote it. Having in mind again not necessarily my experience, but I thought many people's experience, is at the beginning of love, everything is so exciting, fantastic, buzz, buzz, buzz. But then kind of as day pass, it's like life is telling you, well, you have the excitement now. Welcome to the mundane, to the washing up, to the things, to, just the excitement slightly going away. So I thought, hell, it's such a tragedy. Why can't it be this pass all the time? Like ballast, it's like open champagne. The bubbles will go away. So yes, very dramatic when I go strongly on it. Welcome to the mundane. Oh God, it's such a horror, but what can you do?
You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM today, joined by Jola Recchioni, and welcome to the mundane. Oof, gosh, it's hot in here. It really is.
No, you hot?
Oh, yeah.
It's quite cold in London here.
It's 32
yeah.
degrees.
Oh.
Now, add another 10, 12 degrees for being in here with all the computers, people breathing. I don't know why I let them do that. It gets hot in here.
Yes.
We've got about half a dozen people in the room here too, by the way. We've got a couple who are in the fishbowl. They're my engineers. My producers over here, her assistant. There's Barbara. There's a lot of people in here. There really is.
Everyone.
We're lucky. We just had 18 degrees here in London one day, and everyone was out in Regent's Park, basking in the sun. It was 18, back to 13 now. No.
Well, don't worry. It was just teasing you because there's a damn good summer coming your way very, very shortly.
Yeah, I actually like English summers because they are not too hot if they come, if they
Exactly.
come.
Well,
they're not always somewhere, like, they're not always really in full swing. But they do, it's lovely. 22, 23 degrees, fantastic, not too hot. Yes.
At least you're not in some parts of Scotland where it rains 6 months of the year.
Oh, yes. I will be in June, but I'm sure I need a warm jacket even in June.
My mother was Scottish, you see, so I...
Oh, really?
Yeah. I know what a Scotsman wears under his kilt.
Nothing, hopefully.
His shoes.
Oh, no, you got me there. I should have fallen for it. Yeah, I should have fallen for it.
Well, believe me, people fall for a lot of things I say to them every now and again. I can lead them down the wrong path, and I enjoy doing it. I really do. I used to be a stand-up comedian as well, so...
Oh, wow, great.
Yeah.
Man of many talents.
Believe me.
I think it's useful actually in the job you have now,
It is.
to be like a humour thing.
It is.
Yeah.
I spent 7 years working for a government radio station doing talkback, okay? And you can guarantee from one day to the next exactly what the conversation is going to be about. It's going to be about the government, right? And how people are disappointed with their government. It's, but it gives you character and lets you, be able to respond appropriately. Like everybody, you've got to have, everybody's got an opinion, right? So to make the conversation flow, you've got to go in the opposite direction to the way they're going so that you get the best of them out of it. Wow, that is a challenging job.
I can imagine. Because you're kind of bursting inside to say this or that, to say, but you can't. You have to be diplomatic and you have to carry on. And
You really do.
I can imagine. Not an easy job, no.
And the thing is, nobody's ever happy. They don't ring up and say, hi, I'm a first-time caller and I'm really happy with our government. I have never heard that in my life, But I get a
Yeah.
lot of people ringing me up saying, what the heck is our Prime Minister up to now? Yeah, it's like, yeah, okay, fair enough. So it gave me the skills to be able to sit down and do interviews like this, for instance. Uh,
Yes.
I love
And you
doing
get
this job.
lots of people, young, older groups, solo vocalists, like myself, you know, and yeah.
Everybody, my friend, everybody.
Big drama.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today I'm speaking to Jola Recchioni coming out of the UK. Now, believe me, I'm absolutely loving this, simply because, and I think I'm a little bit biased, because I kind of like the blues. You know, I'm really a blues kind of guy, and have been for many years, and worked with some of the best blues artists in the world. I really have, and I can see that Jola has a huge future ahead of her. I really can. Just astounded it's only taken her a couple of years to get this far. People have been doing this for years and don't get this far. So you know something? It's fascinating to go along the ride with Jola right now. It really is. Now, Jola, I've got to say how impressed I am. I really am impressed. Now, I was saying to you before, only the best artists in the world, best indie artists in the world, get to be played on Galaxy 107 FM. Now, Barbara unfortunately gets inundated with about 200 different submissions a day. Then she, and believe me, she's very vicious with that red pen of hers as well. Believe me, she cuts out a lot right there. Then it's got to go through to production. Production and Barbara argue and sort of mix and mingle everything out because it's got to be presented in front of our board. Now, our board could be anything from 8 to 15 people, any given board meeting, and their only concern is our image, right? Which I think is rather ridiculous because they give it to me after that. And look at me, I'm no good for anybody's image, really.
Oh, great.
Oh, look, I got a perfect face for radio, all right? I really do. But having said that, Barbara gives it to me on a USB device that I play in my car. Two reasons there. The first reason is that nobody else can make up my mind on whether or not I want to do the interview. It is based, and believe me, I don't get a name, I don't get a title of a song, nothing like that. I just get the music, and as an engineer, I figure it out. Do I want to know more? Do I want to do an interview with this artist? Is it worthy of our radio time? You know what I'm saying? Now,
Yes. Well, as I say, I'm very happy and very honored to have been chosen in that way to be part of your show and part of your playlist with so many listeners. And I'm so happy that people like my music. It can be a bit controversial, you know, my voice isn't a nice, what you would say, very female voice. I don't know. It's a bit rough and tough sometimes. And I do like to be rough and tough sometimes. Oh, yes.
I think that's what people identify with, though. Not only the lyrics, not only the song itself, but the way it's put together. And, you know, I think they've got a connection with your voice as well. I really do. And I am going to say to you, though, how would you like to do me a couple of voice drops the next time you're in a recording studio next to a recording 58 microphone? How would you like to just say, hi, it's Jola, you can hear me on Galaxy, something like that. We'll add it in.
Absolutely. Yes, I'll do that.
We'll add it in, and you know, it helps because people get to know who you are now, and before you know it, they're going on the interwebby thing again, and they're buying your merch.
Yes, I'm in the recording studio in a week, 10 days or so. So yes, I'll definitely do it.
Absolutely brilliant, and be original for yourself, if you know what I mean. If we say, hey, listen, follow these lines, and you know, everybody sounds the same. You know what I mean? So I usually
Yeah.
say, just be yourself and say something like, "Hi, it's Yola, and you can hear me on Galaxy 107 FM," and anything else you want to throw in as well. Always, always welcome. We would love to promote you more as we
Please
can.
do that. It'll be great. Be great. Yes.
Brilliant, brilliant. When the night unfolds, this is our last track that we're going to talk about today, but we do have a couple more, and I know that you've got a few in the can, so just maybe you may come back for another interview. Would you consider coming back again?
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. I've got a few finished tracks, which from my new record. Perhaps you'd be interested to hear them, and you'd be the first to play them anywhere before they even released as part of my new album. I'd be interested to see what you think of them.
My goodness.
But when the unfolds is again bluesy number, and whatever I do, I don't want to fall too far away from blues.
Fair enough, fair enough. I think you've got a catty hook there too, because now you've got me hooked in. Okay? I really do. So, when the night unfolds, tell me about this track.
When the night unfolds, yes, that again, I wanted to do a blues song, and it is, and I call it my sexy song. That's kind of, you don't want to be too exhibitionist, you think, but you want certain things, yes, I'm thinking out here. I can almost feel your kisses draping soft silk over me. I had this in my head, and I thought, yes, if again, I put myself in that situation and imagine it. If I was waiting for a guy I really desire, I really love, I'd say, yes, please, rush, baby, because I'm waiting for you, leave everything and come get your motor. In my video, he's on a motor. He's getting there on a motor and is driving to me. But that's what I wanted to be a bit sensual without going over the top, yes.
I fully understand, I really do. So,
that's a bit sensual, a bit sexy there. Yes.
Fair enough too. Joining us live today is Jola Recchioni, and When the Night Unfolds. You're right here at Galaxy. Nice to have everybody joining us. Gosh, it's hot. 36 degrees. Holy.
No, I will withstand that.
I could have gone up a few more degrees and still won it. Wow. I thought I was being conservative at 30 degrees.
But I'm really happy with your choice that you chose those blues songs.
No, darling, I didn't.
I like it, but it's not that often played.
I can't take the credit for that.
But yeah, I wanted to be dramatic there. For that purpose. Oh my God, the excitement's gone.
Honestly, I can't take the credit for that. It's the boys in production that put this show together. They do so well. They put a lot of thought into it. Believe me, they really do. And they want me to have the best music for the best performance for my interviewee artist, if you know what I mean. So I got to give the credit to the boys in production. I really do. But they do a good job.
Yes, great choices.
They really do, And got to say hi to Toblerone and to Gonzo. All right, boys. One's called Gonzo because he's got a Gonzo toy on his desk. And the other one's called Toblerone because he likes chocolate.
Yes, who doesn't? But I'm trying forever diet. I'm currently on kind of not too much carb. Keto, but almost. Not quite, but almost. Because over winter you just, lie about and not many things happening. I go swimming twice a week at least.
Okay.
Because I used to be a competitive swimmer, you don't know that about me.
Very cool. Very cool.
Streak.
We
Yes.
want somebody to invent non-fattening slimming chocolate.
Yeah, the problem is that they call it, not fattening, but it's still, you kind of not curing your sweet tooth. That's what you
No,
just kind of.
it's got to be the sweet stuff. It's got to do that, but just
Chocolate.
got to help you
Although I
slim.
love chocolate, I love.
Fair enough, too. Yeah. Oh, my producer's saying she likes chocolate as well. So yeah.
Yeah.
12 days without chocolate, I'm going blind on my left ear.
Oh gosh, really? She said 12 days without chocolate. She's going blind in her left ear.
Yeah.
My husband eats two packets of chocolate
Well,
biscuits a
I'm
week plus a block of chocolate.
Who?
During
My
my
husband.
second week.
Yeah.
So I still feel virtuous. I will see for how long.
Fair enough. Let's wrap it up here, but please don't go anywhere because I do want to talk to you about the magazine and a few other little bits and pieces that you may be interested in. And I'm also going to ask you permission.
It would be. Hell, who wouldn't? Yeah.
I'm going to ask you permission if I can take your music to another country personally to play there. Talk to you about that in a minute.
Okay, great.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Please excuse me. And coming today to join us out of London in the UK, not London in Canada, is Jola Recchioni. Now, I got to say thank you so much for joining us today. It's been an absolute pleasure. Moreover, I got to say thank you for joining us on the Facebook Lives that we were doing leading up to this. I see your face and your name there many, many times, so I got to say thank you for being a fan as well.
Thank you. It was such an honor to be in your program. It's just fantastic, and the program such as yours is such a big pickup for me, such a big push. So yes, it's just great for any artist, not yet extremely famous. Yes, I'm really grateful to have been able to be part of your show. Yes, and for my music to be played on your station. Yes, fantastic.
Well, for me,
Thank you very much.
For me, I'm very, very humbled to meet you myself. I really, really am. And I'm very, very happy to have an association with you. Looking forward to following your career throughout the vastness of it. Believe me, it's going to be an absolutely fantastic ride.
Yes.
It really is. So I'm going to have to wrap it up right now. Unfortunately, I've got the next team ready to take over the shows. So join myself and Barbara tomorrow morning between 5:30 in the morning and 10 o'clock for the breakfast show, where you will hear 110% indie Galaxy artists, including Jola Recchioni. She's going to be in there, I can guarantee you that. So join us then. But from me to everybody out there, stay safe. Happy radio, everyone.